Senpai, please notice me. Doki Doki Senpai. Aishiteru Senpai. That was how I felt in regards to Bellamy pleading once again with Doflamingo. So the chapter opens up with Bellamy pleading to Doflamingo, please, did you do this to me? Why would you send Dillinger to get me? And why would you do these things? Did you really call this out? And to be honest with you, with Bellamy at this particular point, I would like some character development to get him to the point where he just says, alright, you know what? I'm tired of chasing this guy, because otherwise it's just looking embarrassing and pathetic for the character at this point. He's been brought back, and I was like, okay, it's cool. He's been brought back. Let's see what's going to happen. He got his ass whipped in the tournament. He heard some good words from Luffy, but still said, no, I want, Doflamingo's cock is supreme meat. And he's continuing on. He's like, oh, why would you do that? And at this point, the only thing that could redeem Bellamy is if he just, at some given point, does a one big fuck you to Doflamingo and the Donquixote Pirates, whether it be helping to open up the factory or doing something at the last second to fuck him over really bad. That would be redemption in my eyes for the character, because other than that, it's already at this point ridiculous that he is just like, oh, Doflamingo, I love you, mate. But we did get some interesting dialogue out of that, which makes Doflamingo really seem like his codename Joker fits him, fits the description, yeah, because he's basically saying, you wanted to be a pirate, that's all you had to be, but me, I don't care what happens as long as I can destroy this world. And I'm like, the fuck, is he really like the Joker? He just wants to see this world burn? There's definitely something to this character, and I'm a little bit curious because we've seen in the past some of his people say, yeah, we're going to help Doflamingo become the king of the pirates. So I thought that was his goal after a certain point. And now, once again, he's kind of threw us for a loop. And now his goal is kind of shrouded in mystery, so to speak. Unless he was just telling him that to get him the fuck off. It's kind of like, it's not me, it's you. Like, why would he randomly say that out of nowhere unless he's really just some sort of psychopath? Or he knows some things because of his family ties that is just like, yo, this world is fucked up. I just want to destroy it. Definitely very interesting characterization with Doflamingo and threw me for a loop again. Just when I thought I had the character figured out, once again, bam. I don't know. But after that, for the most part, this chapter was mainly just seeing a lot of the people from the Coliseum fighters, going up against some of the people from the Don Quixote family, Dillinger destroying motherfuckers, and it was just like, wow. When I saw Don Chinchao getting knocked from the wall and fucked up, I was like, damn. And aside from the beginning of the chapter, for the rest of the chapter, it was just like small little setups, like civilians are trying to go after Usopp and Riku, and that might throw a little monkey wrench into their plans or whatever, because they probably, especially Riku, he's so desperate for the civilians to listen to him that he'll probably go along with them, and maybe they'll feel bad afterward or something, because they'll feel like, this is our benevolent leader. Why are we doing this to him? And then the Tontadas finally strike back, the ones in the factory, and they're like, oh shit, we've been tricked? Fuck you! Which I don't know what the fuck it takes with these Tontadas. It's like, do they only listen to each other? It's like, oh, now we see a sign in the sky. It takes lights in the sky for them to realize we've been tricked. Pretty naive. And I was real disappointed that this chapter, this is already a common occurrence with Oda. He'll take a break after a chapter, and he'll leave us with something regarding laws passed, and it's like, oh, we're finally going to crack open that backstory of his. We're going to find it out. And then the next chapter doesn't even address it. The only thing that we got a slight nod to it was when Kidos was basically saying, I want to kill this one man, and he's thinking of Diamante, and then you just look at Law, and he's quiet, and then you get ... And it's like, come on, Oda. Like, now this is becoming a pattern where it's like, a cliffhanger, and then bam, the next chapter doesn't even address it, and then we'll wait 2 or 3 more chapters, we'll get a little inch there, and then bam, it won't address it again. It's like, let's just get the full flashback at this particular point. What are you waiting for? And the end of the chapter, while it showed that they finally progressed to working in unison because they were getting all fucked up and shit, and that shows like the individual skills of each other, because Dogma, one of his abilities that he brings to the table is being able to organize, so he got everyone to work together. But the way it ended, it just felt very shonen, with like, oh, now that we're working together, things is gonna turn out good. Yeah, we're fighting together with Luffy and Cavendish. And to be honest with you, I felt the best part of this chapter was the beginning, where once again we're getting some very interesting characterization with Doflamingo and just what he's after. The Bellamy part was pathetic because he's just there like, oh, I love you so much. But ultimately getting that characterization just Doflamingo's such a fucking interesting guy. I can't wait till we finally blow through his backstory and see what the fuck he's been through and why he's doing these things. But the rest of the chapter was just like small things. Dillinger fighting, the Tontatta strike back. Very small progressions here or there. So overall, this chapter, it felt like an average chapter. It didn't feel like anything great. And I'm pretty disappointed that we left off with Law's backstory and it was like, ooh, we're finally getting there. Yeah, we saw Baby Law. And we didn't get anything about Baby Law this chapter. And it's like, don't stop the teasing, Oda, please. You're hurting my heart. I'm gonna need Law to do room to extract my heart because you're hurting it. Why did I put on that accent just now? Like, what the fuck? So I'm gonna give this chapter a 5 out of 10. It was the best thing that we got, really, I felt, was Doflamingo's words, because aside from that, it was really just like shonen-esque and small little advancements here or there with the Tontattas and civilians and shit like that. But really, I felt the meat of it was the beginning, and it's like, who is Doflamingo? That is like the #1 question right now. Who the fuck is he? Is he somebody that wants to be the man, the king of the pirates? Is he some nut job that just wants to destroy the world? Is he some family man that values his comrades because he lost everything? Is he a royal prince? Like, who the fuck is Doflamingo? Oda, please tell me. But let me know what you guys think. First of all, what do you think regarding Doflamingo? Can you figure this guy out? What do you think is up with him? Is he just a mastermind that just is doing all this to throw everyone off and he has some sort of set goal that we'll find out later? Also, were you disappointed with not getting any more Law backstory advancement, even though it felt like we were kind of promised that at the end of last week's chapter, or 2 weeks ago chapter? And are you looking forward to the Luffy and Cavendish combo thing? To be honest with you, I'm just like, let's get to the level already, because we've been getting a lot of these. Everyone's working together. Yeah, we're going to go through. And it's like, let's move it along. But that's all I have for this review. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed, you can do so as well. That'd be awesome. I'm ForneverWorld. And as always, people, have an awesome day.